The Dakota Access Pipeline begins in North Dakota's Bakken oil fields and would carry crude oil almost 1,200 miles through South Dakota and Iowa down to Illinois. The pipeline's original path crossed the Missouri River just north of Bismarck, a city that is 90% white. But when concerns were raised about a potential oil spill there, the pipeline was rerouted south to go under the river right next to the Standing Rock Reservation. The Missouri River is the reservation's primary source of drinking water. The tribe says a spill there could be catastrophic for them.
They call it Zuzeta sapa, the black snake. It contains the wiggly sapa, the oil that could come through here and contaminate the water that we drink. This pipeline that's coming through is a direct violation of our treaty rights. A treaty was signed called the Fort Laramie Treaty, and in that treaty sets out boundaries, and it reaches here in North Dakota. And this pipeline that's coming through here goes directly through our treaty territory.
I am asking anybody who is willing to stand with us to say that water is important, to come stand with us.
LaDonna Brave Bull Allard put out that call. She's a member of Standing Rock. Now, over 100 Native American tribes from across North America have joined Standing Rock's movement. And in this sprawling camp, a community has formed.
I'm running to send a message across America and the world to let them know that we do not want the Dakota Access Pipeline built through our land. I'm here to protect our water.
I'm running to send a message that our Lakota voices need to be heard.
The Standing Rock Sioux Tribe filed an injunction against the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for issuing permits for the Dakota Access Pipeline to come within a half a mile of their traditional territorial lands.
Some people still don't think we exist. They're like, oh, you're Native? I thought they died out. I didn't know you guys were real. Do you still live in teepees? We are still here. We still matter.
Walking in, it was so humbling to see all of these flags. All of the people, the Native people, and all the reservations that showed up here to show Standing Rock. We're here to support you, and we're not going to let people do this to us anymore.
They didn't want it in Bismarck, but it was, oh, it's okay if the Indians, you can go down and run it through the reservation where all those Indians live. Who cares about the Indians?
We all came here in a good way to stop the pipeline. We came here in prayer. If you're not comfortable with being boxed in by the police, even temporarily, please stay in camp and hold space here and pray for stopping the pipeline, pray for our camp, pray for everyone out on the roads today. There's no shame in that, but if you roll with us, you've been informed.
We just got told we have 8 minutes to leave before they start arresting people.
Water is life! We need Jody! Water is life!
We're here to protect the water and the earth. These people are here to help us too. We respect you. Whether you respect us or not, we respect you. Thank you for being here.
We're not here to fight any police. We're not here to fight the government. We're fighting for their children's water too. Some of them live here. We're fighting for the water for all generations, for all people. That's why we're here. Remember that.
One man in hard hat threw one of the protesters down. And they're marching over the dirt mounds. Some of the security have dogs. The 6 bulldozers are pulling back right now. People are marching forward in their tracks. There are men, women, and children. More security trucks are pulling up. There are some protesters on horseback. that some kind of gas? People are being pepper sprayed. Sir, reporter from New York, what are you spraying people with?
I haven't sprayed anything, man.
But what is that?
Yeah, it just makes me in the face right now. Dog bit him right now.
Dog on me. These fuckers throw the dog on me. Look at this. Look at this.
Let me say.
You throw the dog on me. No, you did it on purpose, man. Over there with that dog. I was like walking, throw the dog on me straight, even without any warning, you know. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, the dog did it, you know. Look at this. It's there. So did it.
Ma'am, your dog just bit this protester. What? Just bit that protester. Are you telling the dogs to bite the protesters? The dog has blood in its nose and its mouth.
And she's still standing here threatening. You can't put your blame on the dog. You're an evil woman. You can't put your blame on the protesters. That's
These people are just, we're threatening all of us with these dogs. And that woman over there, she was charging them, and it bit somebody right in the face, and then it charged at me and tried to bite me, and they're still threatening these dogs against us, and we're not doing anything.
Why are you letting her dog go after the protesters? It's covered in blood. Why is this such an important fight to you?
Because water is life. Like I said, without water, we wouldn't be here. These plants wouldn't be here. There'd be no oxygen. We all die without it. I wish they'd open their eyes and have a heart to realize, you know, if this happens, we're not going to be the only ones going to suffer. They're going to suffer too.
Gotta put the tobacco pouch on the pipeline that was sold. Prayer. Yep, for prayer.
Thank you.
Yep.
We're not protesting the pipeline. We're protecting this water not only for our indigenous people, it's also for the millions of non-natives that also draw their water from the Missouri River. Because it's not if they burst, it's when they burst. It always happens, even in the brand new pipelines. There's no way around it.
They gave us a victory of voluntary halting construction on 20 miles in each direction of Lake Wahi. But that's voluntarily. It means they can go through construction everywhere else.
You know, we're not gonna let any of this pipeline continue. Even though they did stop over here, it doesn't mean we're gonna let them continue to build over there.
Chopper follows us the whole way here. That's plenty of time for us to get away.
They need to know that we know where they are at all times, and we're going to be here every day. They get up and they do their job to tear up our earth. We should get up and do our job to protect our earth.
Oh.
We're going to put prayer ties here, protect Uchimaka. Because we're not just here for the water, we're here for the future of all our natural resources. We're here in a peaceful way. They've come here angry, mad, willing to protect their oil pipeline at any cost. I shouldn't have to be afraid where my ancestors lay in the ground.
Leaving. Am I on? Roll out of here.
Everyone start filming! Shut up!
The thing that they want us to do is to be more violent back. I was trying to have them stop that. But as we were trying to do that, they just started grabbing people and arresting people as we were trying to retreat back.
We'll leave. We'll go home. We'll go home. We'll go home.
Not move towards police officers.
Get your guns away. First. Forward. Go. Drive forward.
They think that we're gonna stop, and they think that they can delay us, and they think that they can dishearten us and make us leave, or trick us, saying that we won and try to make us go home. We're not dumb, and we see through their little tricks, and we're not gonna let it happen. We're not gonna let that black snake cross the Missouri River, or any river for that matter. We're here to kill this black snake.
What we want to do is we want to make sure that everyone's safe is here, and that the message is out there that we're against destructive climate change. A lot of these officers are just doing their job, so our goal is to also, be aware that of our surroundings as well, not be on private property, not cause any tension that doesn't need to be there. And I'm sure, from what I understand, a lot of them don't want this pipeline to come through here, but they got to feed their families as well. They're in positions of colonialism where they're stuck in colonization. And so, we're trying to express to them what decolonization means, protecting the mother, protecting our water, the four-legged, the winged ones, the fish, the insects, and also for the future generations.
Through 116 shut down.
Yes.
Thank you for the confirmation of that. I was just guessing. All right. Right now, because of that, there's nothing to protect on that side. Can you guys open up the south roadblock?
We can't open up the roadblock that's just south of.
All right, everybody. We are still trying to be strategic about being arrested. We are not given any more time before mass arrests start. We're asking folks to move to the side. We have to be strategic about arrests. Thank you. We need everybody to go back to their cars. We don't want to leave anybody behind, okay?
We've shut down all the construction today and all the sites. And right now we are rallying in victory.
Shut them down. Let's keep our line tight. Let's be safe and let's get all home together.
After months of protest, it was a moment to celebrate.
And today we are victorious again.
Last Friday, the Department of Justice blocked construction on part of the $4 billion Dakota Access Pipeline, the very pipeline that brought these thousands of protesters here to rural North Dakota.
We are a proud nation.
But celebration soon turned to suspicion. That's because work on the pipeline hasn't fully stopped. In areas outside of federal jurisdiction, construction continues, as do efforts to block it. At least 22 people were arrested this week.
It is most definitely not a victory.
Liz McKenzie drove 1,000 miles from Albuquerque to protest with her fellow Native Americans.
People are finally noticing us, not as beings of the past, not as like costumes you buy in the Halloween store. Like, we're here. We're still fighting.
Everybody check the blocks, man. Go around. Oh. I got the plaque. I got the plaque.
Where's the medic? We need a medic!
You want to talk about human rights abuses? They took our people and put them in cages, kennels that were built for that purpose, like dogs.
I've spoken to individuals who have been arrested and detained under highly questionable circumstances. No charges, no access to legal counsel. You know, I'm shocked at what I've heard from those who we've spoken with today. You know, I'm sitting in this camp and there's a real state of apprehension that I feel amongst all of those who are here.
Indigenous people, shine your light, we are equal. I remember the days when our prayers were illegal. I remember the days when being Indian was lethal. Yeah, we had a rough past, but get ready for the sequel, yeah. Get ready for the glorious comeback of our people, oh, yeah. Rise up, all you warriors of love, all you answers to the prayers of our ancestors from above. I can feel it in my heart, can you feel it in your blood? I can hear the seventh fire calling us to wake up. All nations rise, rise up, 'cause now's your time. We don't have to hide anymore, 'cause now's our time.
Social media has played a major role in this, whereas you know, we have all of these allies that can't be here, but they stand in solidarity with us. We're receiving in almost, I don't want to say overwhelming, but it's you know, we get a lot of mail from supporters, you know, saying that they stand with us and they're standing in solidarity with us. And so we're trying to get these different messages or symbols to try to connect with them where they could stand with us and they can do actions with us, but just directly from home or wherever they are.